What's up, everybody? On this episode of What the Fuck, we're going to be talking about the most prolific serial killer known in the U.S. His name, behind me, Samuel Leroy Little. He was born in Reynolds, Georgia, but he was raised in Ohio. He grew up troubled with early arrests for theft and assault. He lived a transient lifestyle. He traveled from state to state, relying on petty crime during different jobs. He was active from 1970 to 2005 across the United States. His victims were primarily women, often marginalized sex workers, drug users, and runaways. He targeted victims who were less likely to be missed. He used strangulation, which left little physical evidence as opposed to if he was using weapons. He is confirmed to have murdered 60 plus, verified through FBI evidence. He confessed to 93. The FBI even called him one of the most prolific serial killers in U.S. history. He was arrested multiple times throughout his life for theft, assault, and drug charges. In 2012, DNA linked him to 3 murders in Los Angeles that happened between 1987 and 1989. He was convicted and sentenced to life in prison in 2014. In prison, he confessed to a dozen more killings across the country. He provided detailed confessions and hand-drawn portraits of victims, many of whom were unidentified. His memory and detail for clothing and the items that the victim had left the FBI to close tons of cold cases. They confirmed at least 60 murders directly tied to his confessions. He actually died in prison at the age of 80 on December 30th, 2020. He's, again, often recognized as the deadliest serial killer in U.S. history. I want to know your thoughts on Samuel Little, how he went unnoticed for so many years. And what are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on all of that? And who I should do next? Comment, like, subscribe. Let me know who I should do next. Now, mind you, his victims were people who would be hardly missed, sex workers, people who were addicted to drugs, and people who investigators probably didn't care a lot about. But let me know your thoughts. Peace.